Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here, playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards Campaign Mode. This week there's a 5-day campaign where we are playing as Necrons against Tyranids. And this is actually a pretty important campaign. Well, not really the campaign itself, so much as the change that they made, and it has to do with campaign energy. In the past, campaign energy recharged at a rate of one energy every 90 minutes, 1.5 hours, but they have extended that time by a little bit to 2 hours. So now it takes 2 hours to recharge each energy, which means that in a 5-day campaign, there are fewer matches overall. It used to be 80 matches within those 5 days, and now that's reduced to 60 matches. Which is a good thing in my book, because these campaigns really start to drag after a while, and towards the end, you just want it to be done. So this helps to alleviate some of that campaign fatigue, although they have increased the rate at which the AI's difficulty level scales. So you'll still be hitting the wall at about the same time in the week, I believe. And honestly, I'm not really feeling this campaign too much. Tyranids are not the most fun to play against, especially at the high levels, because they are like cockroaches. They just do not die. And whether it's the Turvagon, which can spawn endless Termagants, or the Swarmlord, which is constantly reducing your attack damage, and it also has shields and tons of health, making it like the ultimate cockroach. Then we've got the Flying Hive Tyrant, which has a lot of health and fear, so it's also difficult to destroy. The easiest of the Tyranids to defeat, I think, is Gosar, but even that warlord can be difficult once they really start bringing out those big bugs. And so it's not been very enjoyable. I played quite a bit the first few days, but now I'm starting to kind of lose my patience here. So there are also no new cards introduced for the Necrons in this campaign. It's just cards that have been around for a while that you can get some extra copies of. The Royal Warden is an okay card. I haven't really used it very much. So that is the secondary reward. Each card with the HQ keyword can add more for your score to that. So I've just been experimenting with a few different Necron decks with each of the warlords using these keyword cards. And they're okay. I mean, they worked pretty well at the beginning, but now not so much. So I can't really necessarily recommend any of these, I think. But I think for this match I'll just try Ulthakar, and I'm running... Oh, let's take a closer look here. So Ulthakar is at level 7. He's a Berserker. He can increase your attack stats of your units while enemies are at 75% of their health or lower. So his special rule can have a decent impact throughout the course of the whole game, the whole match. We got the Plasmancer, Illuminor Xeris, this Cryptek, Navgran the Eternal, so that's 2 healers there. The Royal Warden with Inspiring Presence, and then the Void Dragon, which is a pretty fun one to use, although it only has 198 health at level 4, so it has trouble surviving. So, not the greatest deck, but we're just going to deploy and see what we can do here. And I haven't really gotten too high. I think, well, the highest level I reached in this campaign was maybe around level 27 or so. But it seems like the difficulty has suddenly jumped up, because I'm back down to level 22. And we're up against a Flying Hive Tyrant there. Just going to throw down the Void Dragon here at the beginning. Just deploy the big guns first. Alright, they got a Lictor. This thing can target one of my units, so I do not want to put down something that I want alive for long in the left lane. We'll put down the Royal Warden over here for some good range damage. And then, let's see, I could put the Plasmancer down, or I think I'll just go with the... Actually, yeah, we'll go with this Cryptek here. So that's a decent amount of healing for the Void Dragon. Another 50 health, and I can do that again with Illuminor Xeris. They are also healing up their units. Alright, we have the initiative, so we'll start off with a pretty big ranged attack. They are only dealing 7 damage back in return. Okay, taking down this guy, the Biophagus, in 1 turn. And at the end of each turn, they are going to be dealing 15 damage to one of my units at random from the swooping assault of the Hive Tyrant. They're going with a melee attack now, targeting the Cryptek, so that thing is dead. Well, this game might go pretty quickly at this rate. Alright, you can see the extra damage buff from the Hardwired for Destruction special rule. These guys that are glowing green are dealing extra damage. It's a pretty good amount of damage there, actually. Now, I think I want to take out the Aberrant in the center, because this thing can get pretty strong. So we're going to go like this. Put down the Plasmancer. Okay, so now he's getting the buff, plus 15 to his attack stats. This is going to be a bit of an overkill, I think, but be able to clear the center and right lanes. Deal some good damage over there on the left lane as well. Okay, and the Void Dragon hasn't really taken any damage yet, so that's good. And here is a big bug on the right side. It's a Psyker. See, this thing is the Maliceptor. I kind of missed the Psionic Blast there, but it did 11 damage to all of my units, and now they are going with the Psychic attack, and Necrons, of course, have no Psykers. Now, this is going to be an unfortunate turn, because no matter what I do, I'm going to get my Void Dragon poisoned. But we're going to go with the ranged attack, of course. And the Psionic Blast is going to finish off the Plasmancer. That's not ideal. Now what is their last... Oh, actually, that works out then. The Swooping Assault actually took it down. So that's actually fine with me. I think we will go... We'll just move the Void Dragon over here. It has Big Game Hunter, so it deals extra damage to things like the Maliceptor. See if we can take it out in 1 turn. But they've got a Mawloc on the left-hand side. That thing is pretty scary. They're going for the melee. It's a lot of damage there. The Void Dragon's hitting back pretty hard. 77 increased to 123. So close. The thing just survives with 3 health. And we're continuing to take damage here. Alright. So we do have a pretty big melee attack charged up. Don't want to use it yet. I will go with the ranged attack. Finish off the Maliceptor. And now, this is actually pretty good because the Void Dragon can now target the Hive Tyrant. It'll deal extra damage. So we should be able to win this one, I think. I would hope so. I mean, it's only a level 22 AI, so if I lost to this, it would be pretty sad. And Illuminor Xeris is going to get finished off by the poison. Alright, Ulthakar deploying to the field. Now he does have a pretty good amount of health for a Warlord. 222 at this level. He's a Berserker. And they have a pretty big attack charged up, but I think we're still okay. Yeah, 89 damage from the Void Dragon. That Inspiring Presence is doing quite nicely. Now Ulthakar himself, he's glowing green, able to deal some additional damage, still getting reduced because of the fear. And they have no choice but to go with the Psychic attack. Alright, now we can finish off this Hive Tyrant. See how much damage we can do. 211 total damage with ranged, or 311 with the melee. Let's go with the melee. Alright, I gotta say, you know, Ulthakar, he's actually pretty fun to play as. I think I kind of prefer him to the other Necron Warlords. I do like Nemazor Zondrek as well. He's pretty fun. But Ulthakar is very strong stats-wise for a war. He's one of the stronger warlords. So, well, glad we were able to win that one at least. So, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be playing this campaign, honestly. I think I may or may not try to get to the end of these missions. I'm pretty close to getting the 3rd tier unlocked at least. But let me know what you think of this campaign and campaigns in general, and if you think that the change, the increase to the campaign recharge time is a good change. I've heard mostly positive feedback about it, but the campaign is still, I mean, it very much feels very long and repetitive if it's a 5-day campaign. The shorter campaigns are a little bit more fun, in my opinion. So hopefully we'll be seeing more of those explorations pop up. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a weekly thing because it takes quite a bit of work, I imagine, to make a unique exploration each time. So it may just be like a more of a special event type deal. But hoping to see more of those in the future. Curious to see what they will come up with for those. But thanks for watching this one, and I will see you next time.